Good evening, students. Hi, everyone. Welcome to VerandaRace. There was some technical glitch. That's why the session could not start on time. Let us start the session again. Yeah. So we have started the session now. Let us. Good evening, students. Hi. Yeah. So how many of you have joined? Let me check. Please come back, students. Please come back to the session. Yeah. So we have. Today I have added one sentence connector questions, 5 sentence connector questions with the Hindu editorial. So let us start. Okay, students, let us start the session with sentence connector questions. So we have 6 people watching. Thanks a lot for joining. Thanks a lot for joining. Let us start the session. So there's a question like we have been given 2 sentences. For example, there were no tickets available at the counter, but the touts were all brandishing their tickets. So we have to connect these 2 sentences. We have to connect these 2 sentences with the help of these 3 given starters have given. These 3 starters have been given. Can we start the sentence with all these 3 starters, or even one of them, or maybe 2 of them? And can we join the above sentence? That's the question. These are the starters given. So this is a question of sentence connectors. Let us start the session. So there were no tickets available at the counter, but the touts were all brandishing their tickets. So what do we mean by touts? Touts are those people who buy tickets and resell them at a higher price. These are known as touts. Those people who buy tickets and resell them at a higher price. Okay. So how to start? Brandishing their tickets. So if we have to start with brandishing their tickets. So can we start the sentence with this? Brandishing their tickets, the touts. So we see, first of all, if we check the third sentence, see, even though there were no tickets available at the counter, the touts were brandishing their tickets. So but is represented by, but has been replaced by even though. So C is certain to happen. So these 2 options are eliminated. Either we can have this option or this option. C, only C or both A and C. So there are no tickets available at the counter. Brandishing means showing off their tickets. So if we use the sentence like showing off their tickets, the touts were trying to, so brandishing their tickets shows the function of the touts, but it does not show that how it is related to the availability of tickets to the counter. So in this sentence you can see there's a contradiction being shown. Tickets were not available at the counter, but the touts were brandishing their ticket. So brandishing their tickets, the touts, there's no relation between the touts being brandishing their tickets and the first part of the sentence that there were no tickets available at the counter, because there's no cause-effect relationship or contradiction being shown by the first sentence. So answer will be only C will be the correct answer, only C. So even though there were no tickets available at the counter, the touts were brandishing their tickets. So only C will be answer. A and C, no. Only C will be the answer. Gautam, how can you say that A and C will be answer? Can you please reframe the sentence and let me know, Gautam? Please, I would request you. How can you use A? Just tell me. Write the sentence, Gautam. Please write the sentence. Okay? I'll wait for your sentence, Gautam. Why A? Can you reframe and let me know, please? Okay, the next question. Nobody should be certain about achieving something. There are so many uncertainties in life. So since you can see it, the sentence says that nobody should be certain about achieving something because there are so many uncertainties in life. So we have to start the sentence with there are 3 starters given. Achieving something, certainty about achieving, with so many uncertainties. Gautam, I need an answer from you, please. Why A and C? Why A? Good evening, Pragadishwaram. Very good evening. So nobody should be certain about achieving something. There are so many uncertainties in life. So if we start the sentence with this one, C1 for example, let us check C. With so many uncertainties in life, nobody should be certain about achieving something. This is quite possible. So C is the probable answer, or all the three. Either C or all the three. C is certain to happen, right? C is certain to happen. So only C or all the three. Let's check B. Certainty about achieving something cannot be. See, if we use B as a sentence starter, certainty about achieving something is not possible because there are so many uncertainties in life. We can use that, but I think only C should be the probable answer, because only C says that with so many uncertainties in life, nobody should be certain about achieving something. So C is bound to happen. C is correct. We have to check for all the three. So we can check. Okay, Gautam, you want to see the previous sentence? Why A, I was asking Gautam. Okay, we'll move to the first sentence. Achieving something in life. See, A will not happen. A can never frame a sentence, because this shows that achieving something in life depends upon something. This which the sentence should frame. C is bound to happen, but if we say like achieving something in life depends upon the certainties or uncertainties this way, so A cannot be a sentence. Since A cannot be the answer, so all the three is also ruled out, so only C will be the answer. 1 is the answer, only C. We can check with B also. Certainty about something, achieving something depends upon the, no, we cannot frame any sentence, so only C should be the correct answer in that. Okay, next question. Are you satisfied with this information? Please contact me for any further clarification. So the sentence says we have to join these two using these three starters. We have to join these two sentences using these three starters. Are you satisfied with this information? Please contact me for any further clarification. If you need any further clarification, you must contact me. Fine. If you need any further clarification, you must contact me. But this does not add this part of the sentence. This does not add this part of the sentence. In case you need any clarification, you may contact me. This still does not add this part of the sentence. Should you need, should is used as if over here. Should you need any clarification, further clarification, you can contact me. As how you earn is not as important as, if you see how you earn, because it's talk about how you earn, right, is not as important as how much you earn. If we write the sentence as how much you earn, because it says, these two sentences are incorrect. How you earn is as important as how much you earn. But a second sentence, you see, how much you earn is as, when we say as important as, it's already ruled out, right? It's already ruled out. But if we see the C sentence, how you earn is not as important as the fact that how much you earn. So only C will be the probable answer. Only C. Why so? How you earn. Wait. What is more important is how you earn. That is your methods of earning. So how you earn is not as important as how much you earn. If this is the case, still it is wrong, right? Still it is wrong. So we cannot say, because we are talking about the more importance of, how you earn. We are not talking the more importance of how much you earn. So none of these will be the answer. None of these will be the correct answer. None of these. Next question. You must submit the proof of your being a US citizen. Only then your NRI account will be made operative. Unless you prove that you are a US citizen, your NRI account will not be made operative. So A is certain to happen. A is the correct answer, because you see, unless you prove your being a US citizen, your NRI account will not be made operative. So this is correct. Unless your NRI account is made operative, this is not correct, because unless is followed by something which is a condition. But your NRI account is made operative is not a condition. The condition is you must submit a proof of your being a US citizen. So this is incorrect. B is incorrect. Without your NRI account, it is incorrect, because these two starters must talk about the condition over here. You must submit the proof of your being a US citizen. So only A is the correct answer. A, only A. 1 is only the correct answer. Only A. Correct? Now let us move to the passage, the editorial. The failed troika. What is troika? Troika is a group of 3 people which rules a particular entity, or which is the commanding entity which is ruled by 3 people. 3, like triumvirate, 3 people commanding or ruling a certain entity or certain territory. Okay. So the passage says, the Congress has precluded the possibility of any honest conversation at a proposed brainstorming on its plight by hailing the leadership of Sonia Gandhi beforehand. Okay, we'll understand this. Please wait, students, don't go away. We'll understand this. Precluded means prevented or stopped. Prevented or stopped. The Congress has stopped the possibility of any honest conversation at a proposed brainstorming. Brainstorming means meeting. Here it means meeting. Meeting means many people are giving their ideas. So if there is a meeting where many people are giving their ideas, that is known as brainstorming. If many people are giving inputs through their brains, that is known as brainstorming. So the Congress has stopped the possibility of any honest conversation at a proposed meeting. Here it means meeting where people are giving their ideas on its plight. Plight means the bad condition, situation. On its bad condition by hailing the leadership of Sonia Gandhi beforehand. So what does hailing mean over here? So if something hails, it means it prevails. Hailing is prevailing, which is continuation. So Congress has prevented the possibility of any honest conversation at a meeting on its plight, on its bad condition, by supporting, by hailing, by prevailing the leadership of Sonia Gandhi beforehand. So it has accepted, the Congress has accepted the leadership of Sonia Gandhi, and it wants it to hail. Miss Gandhi and her 2 children, Rahul and Priyanka, control the party. Okay? Miss Gandhi and her 2 children, Rahul and Priyanka, control the party. But it would be illogical to attribute the collapse of the Congress party entirely to the Gandhi family. So the author says that it is totally illogical or irrational to give the contribution of the collapse of the party to the Gandhi family. The meltdown of Congress, meltdown is total collapse. The meltdown of Congress has been caused by a combination of several factors that evolved over the decades. Evolved means changed, transformed. So the total collapse, the meltdown of Congress has been caused by a combination of several factors that have changed over the decades, that have transformed over the decades. At the same time, the Gandhis cannot wash their hands off. Cannot take away the credit. So if you say I am washing my hands off the problem, means I am trying to evade the problem. I am trying to run away from the problem. So the Gandhis cannot run away from the debacle. Debacle means collapse, complete collapse, that they have led the Congress into. So Gandhis have led the Congress into total collapse because of their behavior, because of their conduct, because of their bad strategy planning. So it cannot wash their hands of the debacle they have led the Congress into. They failed to see the ground shifting under their feet. So Congress failed to see the ground shifting under their feet, means their base becoming very weak. There is no base Congress party has. So the Congress party failed to see the ground shifting under their feet and showed no imagination or willingness to work hard. So Congress party has showed, Gandhi family has showed no imagination nor willingness to work hard. popular leaders were routinely sidelined. So all the popular leaders of the party were routinely sidelined, and a cable of court jesters was allowed to capture Rajya Sabha seats and control power. So cable means a group. Cable means a group of common-minded people. Common-minded people which have the same kind of mutual understanding, mutual thinking, common thinking. Jesters means jokers, clowns. Jesters means jokers or clowns. Okay, jesters means jokers or clowns that were allowed to capture Rajya Sabha seats and control power. Mr. Gandhi, who famously did not get along with the coterie that surrounded his mother, built a ruthless, clueless one of its own, and made some disastrous choices, such as appointing Navjot Singh Sidhu to lead the campaign in Punjab. So who is Mr. Gandhi over here? Who famously did not get along with the coterie that surrounded his mother, built a ruthless, clueless, and one of his own, and made some. So Mr. Gandhi is basically Rahul Gandhi, who famously did not get along with the coterie. Coterie is a group of people who are supposed to deal with a particular situation, or basically like-minded people is a coterie, and that surrounded his mother, built a rootless means there was no root of that, clueless of his own, and made some disastrous choices, such as appointing Navjot Singh Sidhu to lead the campaign in Punjab. So we have seen the results of Punjab. So Navjot Singh Sidhu led the Congress party in Punjab, which was a bad decision by the Mr. Gandhi. In Uttarakhand, even in the face of a confused Bharatiya Janata Party, Uttarakhand, the condition of Bharatiya Janata Party was not good. The Congress could not get its act together. The Congress could not get its act together means could not take a good decision. In some contexts, dynastic politics continue to flourish. In some contexts, dynastic means which is related to a particular dynasty, like a particular family. So in some contexts, dynastic politics continue to flourish, but for Congress, it has become a huge burden to carry. So for some political parties, dynastic politics may prove to be correct, but in case of Congress party, it is basically a huge burden to carry. It is not that the party will miraculously revive if all three members of the Gandhi family move away. What if the three members of the Gandhi family move away from the Congress party? The author says it will not happen that the party will miraculously revive. It will come back. It will bounce back. It will not happen. A move away from the party, as Ms. Gandhi suggested before the Congress Working Committee meeting on Sunday. So Ms. Gandhi suggested that even if they move away from the party will not miraculously revive. What is clear is that the current arrangement that involves Ms. Gandhi as titular head. Titular means a person with position but no power. Just a representation, just a symbol. So what is clear is that current arrangement that involves Ms. Gandhi as titular head and her children functioning as two unanswerable power centers has become untenable. Untenable means indefensible, that cannot be defended. Whether the Congress party has the capacity to hold itself together without the ritual of deifying the family remains an open question. Very nice sentence, very good sentence. So whether the Congress party has the power to hold itself together without the practice of making the Gandhi family a god, like God. Deifying means making God. So whether the Congress party has the power to hold itself without making the Gandhi family God, it remains an open question, what the author says. But it can no longer shy away from the making of an honest effort to explore the possibilities of an alternative leadership that is more accountable and accessible. But at the same time, the Congress party cannot deny, D-E-N-Y. Shy away means deny, D-E-N-Y, from making an honest effort to explore the possibilities of a replacement of leadership that is more accountable, that is more accessible to people. The Gandhis too must reflect upon their competence. So the Gandhis means the Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, they must also reflect upon their competence. Competence means what? Their talent, their skill, their ability and utility for the Congress. They must reflect upon, they must show their utility and competence. The proposed brainstorming must focus on existential crisis. Existential means something that exists, something which is there now and here, which is there. The proposed brainstorming must focus on the existential crisis that stares at the party and should not be used as yet another opportunity to find excuses. So the current existential problem that stares, that looks at, that gazes at the party, and that should not be used as yet another opportunity to find excuses to maintain the status quo. Status quo is whatever is going is going. Whatever is happening. Let us not change the status quo. So this should not happen. This brainstorming that focuses on existential crisis, which is staring at the party, should not be used as another method or another opportunity to find excuses to maintain the same standard which is going on. The party has appointed a committee to examine the causes of its performance in 2021 assembly polls in the 5 union territories and states. So the party has appointed a committee to examine the causes, the reasons why it performed so bad in the 2021 assembly polls in 5 states or union territories. The report was submitted, but rather than discuss it, the party chose to lock it away. Whatever report came, the party locked it away and did not discuss it. The party must look for ideas and leaders from within its ranks to attempt a revival. So if the party has ever to revive, it must look into itself for leaders which are within the party with good ranks and good positions or good decision making, good leadership. They should be used to attempt a revival in the party. Okay. It is an uphill task. Uphill task means very difficult task, arduous task. It is an uphill task, and anything short of brutally honest introspection. Introspection means looking inside yourself, looking for your own faults. So anything less than brutally doing introspection is doomed to fail at the outset. Doomed means will fail, definitely fail. Dooming means what? Doomed means something that bad is going to take place. So anything less than that, anything short of a brutally honest inside looking, introspection, is doomed to fail at the outset. Outset means the situation at the very first. Okay, this is what we discussed in the passage today about the dynastic politics of the Gandhi family, how they are responsible for the doom of the party and what it should do to revive itself, and why Miss Gandhi and her two children, which are functioning as unanswerable power centers, they should be even if they get away from the party, it's not necessary that the party will have miraculous revival, but still the members of the party itself who are much more capable and with good ranks, they must be put forward, they must be given a chance to lead the party. Then only can the party be revived, and a brutal honest introspection is required. If it is not done, it will let the party fail at the earliest. With this, I'd like to end the session, students. Thank you so much for being with me. Thanks a lot.